They are leaking their plan for crypto. They're giving you the facts, figures, numbers, logic. In today's video, we're going to break that down. Now, my name is Coach JV, and what I'm working to do is make the complex very simple. I have a logical circuit, so I can connect the dots looking forward, looking backwards, and I've spent 8 to 9 hours a day researching this stuff. I've developed my whole life around this. So I want to share with you something, a perspective. If you don't mind, I'm just going to open up my heart. First of all, this is coming from a place of love. I love you unconditionally without expectations. What I'm going to share with you is something that I believe is happening right now. Again, the word truth is going to come up many times during this conversation. I want you just to think about this for just a moment. So if you can just take a biased and unbiased approach and listen to what I'm about to say. Left and right, okay? Left and right. So the left and right are always giving us their new plan to save us, right? So now we're going to hear all about the new plan for the new president coming to save us. Let me ask you a question. As you're watching this video, you're probably not a multimillionaire or billionaire. You probably don't have money coming out of your pockets. You probably don't have a disciplined, consistent, freedom, peace life, fully peace. You may have a good life, right? But what system are you living right now? Whose truth are you living right now? So we keep saying if this person comes back as president, it's all going to save us. Or if this person stays in presidency, we're going to be okay. Every single person is expressing their own truth based on a perception of the reality. And what I've learned over the last 4 years, specifically since losing my money for the third time, is that if I didn't rewire my brain to develop my own truth, to develop my own paradigm, and try to stop escaping the matrix because I didn't have anywhere to go other than someone else's matrix. And when I realized that everybody on the internet, every YouTuber, TikToker, was telling me how to take action to get rich in crypto or get rich over here or get rich by doing this, but nobody was teaching that the foundation was broken. I'm here to tell you that no matter how much money you make in crypto, no matter how much money you make in real estate, no matter how much money you make in the stock market, if you haven't rewired the deep rooted subconscious mind programming, rebuilt the foundation, you are going to end up in the exact same position. It doesn't matter if XRP goes up parabolic. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes to 1 million. It doesn't matter if Ethereum goes to 10,000. It doesn't matter your price predictions. If you don't change the foundation, which they, whoever they are, have destroyed our foundation to get us deep in the left hemisphere of the brain, to learn to trade time for money, to go to school, to get a job, to get a 401k. I don't even know if I'm going to get to this information, to be honest with you, because we need to have a talk. What I'm here to tell you is that I'm expressing my truth. This is bias coming from me. But what I've learned to do is that every circumstance is neutral. My emotions are not. I am no longer attached to these markets emotionally. If crypto goes to zero, I'm already the wealthiest man in the world because I've learned that emotional integrity comes from connecting the heart and brain coherence and that everything is just a frequency. That's why negative people, everything bad happens to them. And then people that everything starts to win for them, they end up lucky. But it's always someone's perception of someone else's reality. And what we do is we adjust based on a YouTuber, a TikToker. We think that they have the answer for us when truly you have the answer. So there is no get rich quick. There is ability to take action. And one of the biggest financial shifts in our history, Web 2.0 to Web 3.0, industrial to technical, the old archaic banking system is dying. But if you don't get control of your emotional integrity, if you don't develop principles, if you don't develop discipline and consistency, and you don't rewire the foundation, you're going to end up in the exact same position you are now. As my CFO says, our wise counsel, our financial wizard, is if you make $1 million, say if you make 100,000 now, and you have bad spending habits, and you keep ending up in the same cyclic patterns in finances. If you make $1 million, you're going to have $1 million in bills now. Nothing changes. So right now, stop trying to escape the matrix. You're going into someone else's. Everybody's saying that we're going to expose the truth. What is the truth? All of us are sinners. Every single one of us is broken. If we peeled the curtain on me, I got some shit that I need to work on. I am not perfect. I'm not walking on water over here. Okay. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. But what we're doing is we're saying the left is wrong, the right is wrong. This person's going to expose. Whose truth are they exposing? They're exposing their truth based on their reality. And what we do is we attach these identities and these realities outside of us when the fact is you're the matrix, you're the truth, you're a creator. Whatever you put behind the words I am becomes your truth. So as I present facts, figures, numbers, logic to you, all I'm doing is expressing my research. And people say, oh, they predicted this or they're trying to do this or try. I'm not trying to tell you to do anything other than get your shit together. And I want to get my shit together with you. So that's why I developed my academy. At the end of this video, I'll show you how I've helped over 6,000 warriors. And people are like, oh, he gets paid for his academy. Of course I do. It's what I do for a living. Like when people say things like that, why does it bother you when you start an online business? You have to think about that for just a moment. People are like, he gets compensated for his academy. It's what I do for a living. Somebody goes and puts tires on a car, they get paid for that. Imagine me going to them and being like, you put tires on a car, you get paid to put tires on my car? You're a scammer. Why don't you put tires on a car for free? So we have to get out of this paradigm. That's why you see me say I love you to all my haters, because I learned that the truth stands within me. The truth is not outside of me. The truth is deep inside my heart, deep inside my mind. And I realized, guys, after losing my money for the third time 4 years ago, that I was following everybody else's paradigm, that I grew up in a very, very impoverished mindset. There was no talk about wealth. There was no talk about even growing your money. It was go to school, get a good job, get a 401k, get health insurance, stay in line, and don't question authority. Well, I did the complete opposite. When I was in banking, I started questioning everything, everything. I started asking questions like, why is it this way? It's always been that way, JV. I said, just because it's been that way does not mean that it's right. And I remember when I was sitting in banking school and I started to understand how banks actually worked, I realized that we were scamming our customers. It was sickening. We weren't providing financial education. We weren't providing financial inclusion as they talk about. We weren't providing tools and resources to help our customers grow. We were burying them in debt. We were hitting them with overdraft fees. Single moms trying to put diapers on their kid as the dad is off partying and not taking care of their child. And we're hitting a single mom with thousands of dollars in overdraft fees. And she's got to do a payday advance, and we're charging her interest on a payday advance and putting people in this vicious cycle and ruthlessly taking their money. And yes, there's personal responsibility to that. But what if that young lady never had financial education from her parents, which she probably didn't? Or the young man didn't have financial education from their parents because they probably didn't. Isn't a financial institution responsibility to provide financial education and financial literacy? And the SEC says they're here to protect investors. Then protect investors. Then protect investors. You got YouTubers like me providing financial education and financial literacy. That's why you want to shut us down. Why don't you guys do YouTube channels and lift people up instead of breaking people down? Show people what is right versus telling them that they're wrong. So I hope this meant, I'm not even going to go into what I was going to talk about. I was going to break it down as the Christine, oh my gosh, not Christine Lagarde, Georgiavino from the IMF. She's talking about the regulation, and they break down that I was going to show you. I'll show you the stuff on Monday, but we're in an interesting time right now, family. I love to talk to you guys like this as well as some of my favorite videos, but I just want you to know that unconditionally I love you. And that's why when haters come after me, I just say I love you. I have no hate for anybody, guys. The reason why I don't have any hate for anybody is because I've mastered judgment of myself. I used to be such a judgmental person. I used to be so jealous, and I would constantly be focused on other people and what they were doing. And I realized the reason why I was doing that is because I didn't have my shit together. So I've been working harder on myself than I do anything else. I'm perfectly flawed, just like everybody else. We're all broken, guys. So what truth are we escaping? What is the truth? The truth is what you do on a daily basis. The truth is, if you don't rewire the foundation, you're always going to get what you've always had. The truth is, a YouTuber, a TikToker doesn't have the answer for your financial future. We have tools and resources, and we're mentors and coaches, and we've paved a path to give you maybe some clear direction. Maybe you can make some informed decisions. But until we rewire the foundation and know that we're already wealthy, that we're already healthy, that we're already abundant, and we just forgot who we are, you're always going to be in a vicious cycle. So, your job as a leader, as a coach within your community or within your family, is to rewire the foundation. Once you rewire the foundation, come on, Siri. What are you trying to do? You're listening to me, Siri? She's listening to my stuff here. Once you rewire the foundation, your job is to go back and teach. So, what we are is a product of our grandparents, parents, and epigenetics passed down from generation to generation. A lot of fear based around our finances. Our education system teaches us how to memorize, not how to problem solve. We get a grade point average. That deems you a good student. And if you don't have a good grade point average, you're not a good student. So you can't get into the good colleges, right? I was not a good student. It's got in some trouble, went into the military, right? Everything has military rankings. Everything's a rank. If you're a captain, the peasants are less than, and it's this whole ranking system. And you're valued based on your ranking system. And you have to take a test in the military to pass to get to that rank, right? If you're someone like me who has dyslexia and struggles with the normal education system, I really struggle. But I'm smart, man. I'm really smart. I have a logical circuit. And now that I've tapped into that logical circuit, and I use it's not a disability, I use my gift as my talent now because I see things differently. I took my what they saw as a disability and made it my talent. And I allow my brain to flow. I can just flow. I can just boom, 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 with logical circuits firing all the time while I'm talking. It's almost like I don't know how to explain it. As I'm talking, logical circuits go off and I connect the dots and things happen. But it's also a satial appetite for self-development. I study 8 to 9 hours a day. I want to be a master of my craft. I make the main thing the main thing. I wake up every morning, I pray to God. I'm very disciplined. I'm very consistent. I'm very structured with my time. When I say I'm balanced, I'm very balanced. 2 o'clock every single day, I'm free. I have a 7-year-old son and a 19-year-old daughter. She turns 19 on Monday. I spend time with my kids. I make them dinner. I sit down and eat with them. I talk to them. I communicate with them. I'm raising my kids. TikTok's not raising my kids. But guys, 4, 5, 6 years ago, it's completely different. I was chasing money. I was chasing things. I was chasing identity because I didn't have one. I had to remember who I was. So yeah, they're giving us the blueprint for crypto. Here's what's let me just verbalize it to you. 2022 crypto was the destruction of crypto, right? So they were all in it, man. They're all making money off it just like we were. So basically, there's new innovative technologies, there's boom and bust cycles, just like the auto boom, just like the internet boom. Crypto's no different. So you have thousands and thousands of cryptos. So their job first is to resist it. They do it in every cycle. Then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. So the 2022 was a destruction of crypto. FTX collapse, Celsius collapse, stablecoin collapse. And then what I was going to show you today is just them talking about crypto. And they're basically figuring out which ones are going to be currencies, which ones are going to be securities. And if it's going to be a security, it's based on, is there, it has to equal like a, what currency is, right? There's certain parameters to what a currency is. It moves. It's a movement of money. It's a store of value. And then you look at things that are securities, right? Things that are securities that if I invest in something, I have ownership in the company, and based on their performance, I expect a return from that. It's pretty simple, right? But there's just Gary Gensler can't even answer the question because it's part of a bigger picture. They're setting things up, guys. That's why he's not answering the question. He's a puppet in the game. So we know that. So if you know that, what are we arguing about? I think we can all agree that we're all in the Coliseum, right? There's a very few of us watching this. We're in the Coliseum, drunk off the wine. The Trojan horse is coming up. And so if we know that, what are you arguing about? What are we fighting about? Let's just focus on getting our shit together. There is no need to protest. What are you protesting against? They want you protesting. They want you fighting. They want you worried about transgender. They want you to worry about black versus white. They want you to worried about left versus right. That's something designed to get you to fight. I hope you realize that. It's seeing the arguments on TikTok back and forth, and I'm right and you're wrong. Who is right? Think about that. Who's right? Who is right? Every single person is right. You can see it in their reality. Their arguments and their chaos and the constant arguing. I guarantee their life represents that. I have no argument against you. If you say I'm wrong, okay, you're right. And it gives me a lot of peace. You can see the peace and the freedom that I live because my truth is peace, freedom, and family structure. My principles for business are integrity, honesty, and uncompromising belief in God. If it's not in line with that, I don't do business with you. If I go into my family principles, it's peace, freedom, and family structure. So I go through a decision model for every decision I make. Company comes to me and offers me $10 million. I'm like, okay, can I measure their integrity? Are they honest? Can I measure that? And do they have some sort of belief system? Do we align somewhat? They don't have to believe in God, but do you have a belief system in the faith in the unseen? Because I can decide I'm a freedom. I can decide if I want to do business with you. Once it passes that model, I move it over to my family. Peace, freedom, and family structure. So say it's a $10 million deal. It hits the business parameters, my principles. I move over to the family. If it makes me work outside of 2 o'clock, not doing it. Disrupts my peace, my freedom, and my family structure. It's a hard no. It doesn't matter if it's 10 millions, 20 millions, or $1 billion. I'm a creator. I can create. I'm free. I can do whatever I want. I can make money as currency. It's fluid. It's an energy. So yes, guys, they're giving you the blueprint. What they're going to do is they're going to regulate crypto. They're telling us they're going to push it out of America, as they're probably investing in it. Okay. Shamath, or what is his name or whatever, said, oh, crypto's dead in America. He's buying the dip, man. They buy the dip. They have a lot of my money. The influencers can say stuff and move the markets and buy the dips and all this stuff. So just don't be emotional, guys. Have an exit plan. It's simple. As we're small investors, we need to have an exit plan. And if we do it right, and we understand that crypto isn't our investment, it's a speculative asset where you can gain a large amount of money and secure it into retirement vehicles like leveraged life insurance, precious metals. I'm getting into real estate now. I'm not a real estate expert. I have real estate experts around me. I'm not even a crypto expert. I have crypto experts around me. I'm a macro and microeconomic expert. I work harder on myself than I do anything else. I follow the life of Jesus as close as I can, and I love God and I love human beings more than they love themselves. That's who I am. So yeah, that's all I got for you today. The blueprint is crypto's going to be here. The blueprint is your banking system is changing. The blueprint is our monetary system is effed. We have a liquidity crisis. We're buried in debt. Okay. The policies aren't working anymore. They just have to keep burying us in debt. China's policies aren't working where they're buried in debt. So we're going to go to war. And once we go to war, it creates GDP growth. And after every single war, there's a huge switch, socio-geopolitical. There's a huge switch in financial systems, huge switch in infrastructure and innovative technologies. There you go. That's what we're investing in, and it's going to change our family's life because we're already free. We're already healthy. So if you want to join our academy and see this type of frequency and what we do, we're just rising up together, man. All the resources you need, join my 120-day challenge. Click the description down below after this video. We've helped over 6,000 warriors now. I think we're at 6,000. Coming up on 6,200 or something like that since 2020. Love you guys, and I'll see you on the inside. Message me when you get in there.
Is designed to keep you trapped. 2017, I walked out of a high-paid vice president job because I was absolutely miserable. Working 16 to 19 hours a day because that's what the system taught me to do. And what I discovered through countless hours of meditation, research, reading books, understanding how the millionaires and billionaires operate, the system is designed to keep you trapped. Today, I own multiple companies. I travel all over the world. I'm financially free, and that's exactly why I created this community of like-minded warriors coming together called the 3T Warrior Academy. Now, I don't say this to brag. I'm sharing this with you to show you what's possible for you. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to take your life to another level, we believe the Warrior Academy has something for everybody. Processes that take you step by step through discipline, consistent activities, and that's exactly what you're going to get. Our 120-day challenge, all you have to do is open up the app and take it day by day. We're going to take you through the discipline, consistent activities to take your life to the next level. Within 1 week, you're gonna feel a difference. Within a month, people are gonna notice a change in you. That's how powerful this 120-day challenge is. So if you're truly ready to break free from the old paradigm into a new paradigm of discipline, consistency, great relationship with your family, financial freedom, and learning the pillars of wealth that'll change your life and generational wealth to come, I'm gonna invite you to do our program for 7 days for free. The 120-day challenge has changed over 5,000 warriors' lives worldwide, and we hope to be yours next.
Warriors, let's get your together. Let's go.